Going to share it.
Please start. Now, I'm audible and as well as visible.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So we'll start now. Already it has gone much of the time. So I'm extremely sorry for the delay and for the snacks. But anyhow, we are now today discussing about Dinacharya. So this next slide, that is I will skip some of the slides because I actually made it a comprehensive um, talk about shortly about the definitions and then going to Dinacharya. But today, as the time is also asking us to complete it within short. So we will go through very fast regarding the introduction and other things, and directly we will go to the Dinacharya. So the actually Ayurveda says that a person should have wellness. What is that wellness? Wellness means it is not only the physical wellness, but it is mental wellness as well as the social wellness and spiritual wellness all together. If you put all these together, then only it is called as swasthya. Swasthya means wellness or health. So Ayurveda has two principles: swasthasya swasthya rakshanam. That is, you have to promote the perfect health and prolong the life. That means you have to add years to the life and life to the years. So that's the sole goal of Ayurveda. And with that, we actually approach to every patient and every individual to maintain their good health as well as to come out of the various disorders that they face. So one important this thing is the three dosha theory. You should understand before entering the Ayurvedic type of discussions. You should know that there are three humoral factors, three doshas. Depending upon these three doshas, only all other things are actually explained and they are practiced. Like these three doshas are Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So Vata is the first humor, that is neuronal force. All nervous system and all neuronal forces which are actually we are embedded with, they are called as Vata. Vataja Sansthanam or Vataja system. And then the Pitta is nothing but the biochemical force of our body. Every individual have different type of biochemical actions and reactions that are going on in the body. So that is actually called as Pittaja Sansthanam, Pitta Sansthanam. And the other one force is that is kapha, which is called the third dosha. It is nothing but the building block or the anabolic conditions and anabolic forces that we have, because we have to build up every day. The cells are certain cells are perishing and new cells are coming, new cells are generating. So these building blocks are actually provided by this kapha. So these three actually are the our that is living forces that we are embedded in our body. So these are directly related to the Mahabhutas. The Mahabhutas are not the demons. Mahabhutas means they are the physical entities or the elements, the basic elements, and these basic elements actually form the all the matter that is in existence, living or dead, or living or non-living. Every matter is formed by these five important elements. They are the Prithvi, Vayu, Agni, Jala, and Akash. So in our body system, we have different type of tissues. They are called as dhatus. So two basic dhatus, if you count, they are 7 in number, and they are Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Medha, Asti, Majja, and Shukra. So each and every dhatu, that means each and every type of tissue, has its own function and its own type of duties and own type of its characters also. So the whatever the food we assimilate, that will go into the channels, and these channels are called as srotasas, and from there they go to the rasa, the first tissue or first dhatu, and then that will be changed into rakta, and then afterwards the other tissues are forming, like the mansa tissue, that means muscle tissue, meda tissue, that is adipose tissue, like that every tissue is forming from this anna rasa, which is changed into the common rasa and then rakta. So that is the fundamental of a body's metabolism. In a nutshell, I am telling this. So the three doshas are actually they are the forces which will carry out all the living functions and all the functions that are met in the body, like neurological or biochemical or the regenerative functions. Everything will be maintained by that. But these three doshas are vulnerable, and when we are exposed to a external environment, and when there is an attack by the external forces, there will be disequilibrium in these three doshas, and the balance loss, and then thereby there will be a result of the result will be a disease, or some small disease or a big disease, a chronic disease, or like that. But everything depends upon the balancing of these three forces. And
Dr. Dattatreya, like which slide to move on? Like, can you just guide me?
yeah, um,
Is it too
actually,
far?
yeah, 1 minute.
Are you talking about any particular slide?
Yeah. It is some 10th or 15th slide in between that. But once that Dinacharya actually starts, thereby we can go regularly. That means one after the other numbers. As a matter of fact, this new device is actually not mine. It belongs to my son, and I am not that
Familiar, yeah.
yeah.
I think this one, right? Dinacharya, Ritucharya, Sadhi.
Okay. Yeah. Now it is.
Okay.
So you go back. This is Danta Dhavana. It is you just go back and still go back. Still go back. From here. Still one or two slides back. Yeah, I was talking here. So one, we should also know what is our Prakriti. Prakriti is our body's build up, our body's personality. That is physical as well as mental personality. So there are three types. Well, again, depends upon this Vata, Pitta, Kapha. And each of the type, they present a different type of qualities, different type of properties in our body and in our functions, as well as in our mental status also. So we should know what is our type of body. That is Prakriti, that which is called Prakriti, and that we have to have given here some of the links also. One can go through that and they can assess their own Prakriti. So this is a different topic and we will discuss later. But only I want to mention that the Dinacharya or whatever the health promoting activities are there, these all depends upon, one is the dosha, the second one is the dhatus, which are just told that the various tissues, and number three is the prakriti, the individual's personality or individual's traits. So these three things are actually maintain our health, our life. Actually, our life. It may be health or a disease also. Next Next, please. So what is Dinacharya? Now let us come into the actual topic. Dinacharya is nothing but a regimen or a activity that what we should take in a day. Dina means the day, Charya means the what the activities we undertake. So these things are called as a Dinacharya. And like that, if activities which are specific for the a season, which is called Rutu. Rutu means the 2 months the timing is called as Ritu, which is nothing but the season. So if the seasons in a particular season, what are the things we should adopt or what are the things we should do? That is told in a separate context, and that is called as Ritucharya. And Ratri Charya also we can define, but in a Dinacharya, the Ratri Charya also includes, because day means it is only day and sometimes it is 24 hours. So Dinacharya includes Ratri Charya also. Next, please. So just now I told you Dinacharya, Ritucharya, and number 3 is Ahara Vidhi, how to take food, how much food should be taken, what type of food should be taken. So that everything, all that regimens are all the rituals of food taking, that means eating, that is also concerned to the maintenance of wellness. And lastly, that is called Sadvritta. Sadvritta. Sadvritta means the psychological well-being. Psychological well-being means the person should interact with the society, with others, as well as he should have a sound mind and a sound senses, and then only he can be called as. Mere absence of disease is not a healthy, being healthy. It cannot be called being healthy, but there should be good senses and good behavior also. Next, please. Next, please. So this is, Number 1, first point, what the Dinacharya we require, what the various activities we should require is, it starts from the raising from the bed, getting up from the bed. So that is, once you're sleeping well in the night, you should get up in the Brahmi Murta. That is the usual time. Actually, Brahmi Murta is the wee hours of our morning. Actually, in the next slide, you can see, please, next. That is 148 minutes to 1.5 hours. In between that, that is, if the sun rises at 6 a.m., the Brahmi Murta time is between 4:24 to 5:1. That means some 48 minutes before the sunrise, and 1.5 hours before the sunrise. In that period, in the middle of that period, if you get from the bed, that will be very health promoting action, and with that our senses, our indriyas will be in control, and we can have a very good day that is coming up. Next, please. And first, after getting up from the bed, we should start to cleaning all the body parts. So the first and foremost thing is, you should generally immediately after getting up from the bed, you just rub your eyes. Generally, it is seen because eyes should be closed night long, and immediately after seeing some light or something, there will be some irritation, and we rub it. But instead of rubbing and washing the eyes, it is better to apply some collyriums, that is called anjanas. So anjanas, for daily use, there are certain anjanas which is called Savira anjanas, a specific preparation. Nowadays, generally people get and think that kajal, that black ointment like thing that is applied in the palpebral membrane of the eyes, but that is actually, that is a ladder development. But actually we have a specific medicine which is called Savira Anjanam, and that is to be actually applied with small rod like thing, that is the metallic rod, that is either copper made or gold made or silver made rods are available, and for that we have to apply the both eyes and sit for some time, and after that the eyes will be cleansing, and there will be that is good for even sight also. The clear sight will be there. We call that kapha is accumulated in the night, that is actually cleared by this application of anjanam. And sometimes their eyes are very much painful, and there will be a lot of kapha will be accumulated there. In that case, one has to apply this rasanjanam. It's a different preparation. When you apply rasanjanam, there will be heavy tearing will be there. That means the whatever the impurities are actually you find in that, that will be actually draining. So lacrimation will be there, and with that the eyes, you feel very clear vision and clear eyes will be there, and that is good for the maintenance of the health of the eyes. So but this rasanjanam is not required daily, whereas Sauvira Anjani is to be applied daily. Rasanjanam once a week or once in 2 weeks, that we can do. Next, please. So this is the way how it is being applied. You yourself, we can apply ourselves, and we have to sit for some time and then go for the next functions. Next, please. Then comes Danta Dhavanam. Danta Dhavanam is the care of teeth. Danta is nothing but teeth, and care of teeth. There are three components of this. One is the Danta Dhavanam. Actually, the teeth are washed, and then Jivva Dhavanam. The tongue is cleaned, and then Asya Dhavanam, the whole oral cavity, buccal cavity, what we call it. So that is to be actually cleaned. So all the three things are done simultaneously, and this is a must for everyday application, or every day we should do this one. Next, please. So for Danta Dhavana, you require a brush. So in Ayurveda, generally we promote these various sticks, which are actually plant sticks, or the small part of the plant. So like Nimba, that is neem plant, Babul, that is Babula, Acacia catechu, that is, and Khadira, Acacia catechu, and Pongamia pinnata, that is Karanja, and Arjuna. These are various trees, and their small branches we have to collect, and that is to be used as a brush, because there is both ways that they are useful. One is if you crush their end, that will become like a brush, and they already, whatever the juice, that will be actually the expressed juice from this stick, that will be used as the paste or as a medicine, so that with that, if you rub, automatically joining with saliva, the whole extract of that stick will come out, and that will clean the teeth as well as clean the gums, and whatever the impurities are actually lodged, that will be removed. Next, please. So like this. Next, please. So this after you just crush with your teeth, also you can crush, or with small any pistol also one can crush this. So the ending will become like a brush, and with that brush you have to just rub over the teeth and gums, and slowly the whatever the juice, whatever the extract that is there in that stick, that will come out, and that mingles with saliva, and it cleans both gums and teeth. Next, please. And then what will happen to proper Danta? It will actually, brushing removes the bad odor of the mouth. It also removes the mala. Mala means whatever the spur formation on your tongue, and whatever the flakes that are forming in the teeth, that will be actually coming out. And it improves the taste sense. So actually this Danta Dhavana and Jivva Dhavana is required to improve the taste buds sense. That means neurologically also we are treating, and good taste will be maintained, and all other impurities are gone, then the digestion also increases. So brushing should be done in the morning and even after every meal. Next, please. And this is a spatula-like thing is to be used for the cleaning of jivha. That is jivha nirlekana, that is called. That means tongue cleaners. So that should be very metallic in nature, and even people can have gold made or silver made or copper made, and they should not be very sharp one. They need to be blunt one, and some roughness should be there on that spatula, and that should be rubbed on the over the tongue, and that should be clean. And because this is good for the improving the taste buds, improving the taste in the taste buds, and the cleanliness of the tongue and softness is maintained, and your by the appetite increases as well as the digestion also increases. So this is also important and daily ritual you have to undertake. Next, please. And number three comes the cleaning of the whole oral cavity. That is called gandusha. Gandusha means nothing but gargling. It's just gargling. So whatever the liquid you take, you have to keep in mouth for some time and then spit it out. So this is called gandusha. In gandusha, there are two types. One is called as kavalagraha. Kavalagraha means here the little quantity of oily medicine like ginger oil you take, or some prepared oils are available like and that is to be kept in mouth some 15 to 20 ml, and that should be actually churned here and there, here, and it should be moved and all corners of the mouth, and then after 15-20 minutes, when the it should be somewhat lukewarm also, so when it becomes cool, and then you have to actually spit it out. And the difference between the Gandusha and Kavala is, in Gandusha, we take all the decoctions of various, supposed to say the Triphala is available, and Tripala's decoction we have to make, and that used to be kept in mouth. But in Gandusha, the quantity will be higher one, and the total mouth is actually, you have to hold it for some time, some 5 minutes or 6 minutes, and then spit it out. So that is called Gandusha. These both things are good for the overall cleaning of the oral cavity, overall maintenance of the smoothness of the buccal cavity, and thereby whatever the bacteria, whatever the virus that are there, that will be actually go out. So for that, Nimbadi Kashayam and Triphala Kashayam, that means the decoctions of these herbs are very much useful. Next, please. So this is how this is called Kavala, because she can move whatever that she's holding in the mouth, that is she's moving here and there. But in Gandusha, you have to engulf a larger quantity and just to hold it, and she cannot move also that, and that will be spit out after some time, 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Okay, next please. So the next ritual, what we have to do immediately after the raising from the bed, and after doing all these things, next is smoking. So you may wonder that do Ayurveda promote smoking? But this smoking is not the tobacco type of things, smoking with tobacco, but it is smoking with some other drugs, because smoking can enter all the upper respiratory tract. That means in nose, you have the sinuses. In the throat, you have the different pathways. Even it reaches to the middle ear. Even it reaches to the all the small parts of lungs. Everywhere it goes. So there, if the liquid is sent, that will cause much problem, and there will be retention of the liquid. That's why acharyas are described to inhale or to send the smoke inside. The smoke goes there and also comes back, and there will be no residual deposition, and thereby all the channels will be clean. So in smoking, not the tobacco is ruled out, and all other habit forming things are not there. Only particular things. We make a stick like thing, with all the powders of the herbs. And next slide, you may see that what are the herbs that are used. Please, next slide, please. Yeah, these are so holy basil, clove, licorice, that is estimado, turmeric powder, costus, and only tendu leaves are there. Tendu leaves are the beedi leaves. Here in India, we make beedis. So, but BD is also will be having all tobacco powder. But the tendu leaf is not at all directly having any link with tobacco, and it is not a habit forming thing. But what it gives is it gives very good and steadily it gives some smoke from it. That's why this is also used, and that smoke is good for carrying the ingredients of all other medicines. And with that, we make a big stick like dried stick like thing, and that stick like thing is used in the big chimneys or cigars. So you can see in this picture. Next, please. See here. So these sticks are to be kept in the cigar, and this cigar is connected to a water bottle. The bottom, what you are seeing, that's a water bottle, and through that bottle, the pipe runs and it comes out with the pipe. And this pipe is to be actually with that pipe, you have to inhale the smoke, whatever is coming from there, and that will be slowly spreading in your head, in your neck, and then it even goes to lungs. But mostly this is good for the cleaning of the nose and the sinuses and the micro channels that we have connected to the throat. Next, please. Next, please. And then after that, after cleaning the micro channels, now we have to clean the nose also. So nose cleaning is called as Nasya Karma. Nasya means that which is pertaining to nose. So whatever the cleaning method is available for nose, that is called as Nasya Karma. And in Nasya Karma, you have to instill drops in the both nostrils. So actually, Nasya Karma is another cleansing method. That is a therapeutic method is also there, where a heavy quantity of drugs are used, sometimes powder drugs, sometimes decoctions, sometimes oils that are used, and whole kapha or whole internal secretions are drawn out by that karma. So that is a therapeutic measure, and that is to be done by a proper physician only. But this is not that Nasya Karma, it is only prayogic Nasya Karma or daily ritual. So here, only 2 drops of the specific medicine, which is called as anutailam or even tilatailam, that is gingerly oils, plain gingerly oil also works, and that is to be instilled well in the morning when you are just get up from the bed, and the nostrils should see the roof, and then you instill 2 or 3 drops in each nostrils, and so that will give very good result. The nose, everything is clean, and whatever the debris is accumulated, that is clean, and the gandha, that means the smell sense also increases, and all of the bacteria and other things that will be washed out. So that is called Nasya Karma. So this is also to be done daily. Next, please. So here you can see that drops are being actually. So ourselves we can do, or with the help of somebody we can do 2 or 3 drops. In the beginning there will be some irritation, 1 or 2 days, but after that there will be nothing. You will feel it very easy. Even in some of the households, people used to use ghee. The cow's ghee also actually dropped in nose, and that is also serves the same purpose. Okay, next, please. And after that, you see, we are coming one by one, all the sensory organs, first eyes, then tongue and teeth, and then nose, and now we are going to the ears. That is called karna. Karna means ear, and the karna purana means you have to again and give cleanliness to the ears. So it only cleans the external ear and the drums also. The ear drums also clean. All the wax and other debris will be actually accumulated So when you are having this and using the buds and other things, sometimes it will cause injury to the eardrum, and then there will be problem. So not only ears, but it also gives very smoothness to jaws, to the mandibles also, and it is also good for the facial oilation also. So you have to drop the medicated oil like char thylam or gingerly oil, direct gingerly oil, little bit warm, and that should be instilled in both the ears, and you have to just keep it inside, and then you have to move so other side, and then you have to go for the second ear also, and then that for 10 minutes or 5 minutes you just keep, and then afterwards you can remove the oil or wipe out the oil. Next please. Next please. So this is how they are instilling in both ways. Both pictures are the same. So one after the other ear is being filled with the oil. It filled means it is 5 ml, 5 ml to 7 ml, that much. Not very heavy quantity, or neither only 2 or 3 drops are also not enough. You have to go for the 5 ml to 10 ml. Sorry, 7 ml. Next. So after this, our next sensory organ is skin, because touch sensation is important sensation, sparsha, that is called sparsha. So skin is also should be protected, and skin is also should be given all the treatment so that it can maintain all the external atmosphere and all the assaults of external atmosphere, sun, wind, or coolness, everything. It has to protect us by reacting to these extremes of the season. So oilation of the or massaging over the body is called as abhyangana. That is oil massage. It can be applied daily. It should be a daily ritual, and even on head also we can apply. So for a head application over head, you can change some of the oils, the oils that are made from coconut oil. That means the base is coconut oil, and some medicines are also used in it. So that is applied over the head, in the heads. Otherwise, for the whole body, first best oil is gingerly oils, that is tila thailam, and many medicated oils are also now available, massage oils. So those things can be applied. Actually, one has to do the mardana. That means some pressure is to be applied, and various movements in various parts of the body. That is circular movements, or long elongated movements, or circular movements that are to be done. And the toes, hands, and foot, everywhere you have to apply, and particularly on soles also you have to apply, so that it gives very good restoration, very good rest, and the body will become light after the application of this. So for 20 to 30 minutes you have to continue this, and then it should be followed by a hot water bath. So always abhyangana, and then go for the bath, snana. So next please. So this is how abhyangana. This is even they are doing vigorous, but oneself, ourselves, we can also do our own this thing abhyangana only for face and in front of the body, and then both the limbs of the four limbs we can apply. On soles also we can apply ourselves, and we have to wait for some time, 15 to 20 minutes, and then go for the bath. Next please. Next. So here the various parts it is being applied. So in foot or in soles, one has to manipulate with fingertips so that the circulation increases, and whatever the clean things are there, that they will go off, and that will become very healthy and luxurious. Next please. So on head also it is being first in the middle of the head, the oil should be actually applied, and some pressure is given there, and later the whole head should be massaged. Okay, next, please. So what Abhyangana does, that we have to know these qualities. It controls Vata. Vata, I told you, the neurological force, the neuronous force, that body is actually maintained by Vata only. If the brain and nerve system is not there, we will not be existing. So the nerve system, it stimulates the nerve system and it stimulates the proper pathways of the nerve system. The afferent and efferent nerves impulses goes nicely or goes in normal way. So that controls Vata, and then it retards aging because you are having very good stimulation and very good circulation. Aging also stops. It your fatigueness, that is whatever you feel weak and fatigue, so that will be lost, and you will feel active, and it improves vision. It is good for skin nourishment. It is getting good for getting longevity, and it also imposes or induces good sleep, but not in the morning you are going to sleep, but afterwards when you are going to bed, it also gives good sleep, and of course it looks the lustrous skin will be there, the physique is changed, and it will be a very good thing. But people who are suffering with certain disorders like kapha vyadhi, that means who are having asthma and who are having cough and who are having running nose, so for that such people they have to avoid Abhyangana, daily Abhyangana, and after completion or after getting properly, after getting back well, they can again start. Like Ajirna, Ajirna is indigestion. If the food is not digested, then also you should not take. And like therapies, which are actual surgeries or other therapies, if the patient is in therapy, he cannot go for the bath or he cannot go for the Abhyangana. Next, please. And then after the Abhyangana, it is told that the whole body also should be become active and it should be moved in all aspects, so that all the joints, all the muscles, all the tendons are free and they are doing normal functions. For that, one requires to go for the physical exercise, which is called Vyayama. A person who is strong enough can do exercise, but how much he should do, it is off to his capacity. That means a person can do a puff of for 100, easily he can do 100, but he should do only 50. If you on your treadmill you are doing some 200 calories or 300 calories, but you have to restrict to 100 or 150 calories only. So like that, of the capacity one has to take everyday vyayamam. And in obesity you can do excessive beyond the tolerance also. Sometimes you can go, but um, another indication when you should stop is when you have started getting sweat in the forehead. So forehead only we will get sweat when the optimal level of our exercise is reached. So that is an indication. If forehead is showing some wetness, some sweat is there, then you can think that the exercise is enough, and there you can do. So seasonal also there are certain restrictions. You cannot do as much as you like in summers and in rainy seasons, but winter season and spring season is good for exercises, and even one can start in winter and he can continue till uh, this spring season, and then he can resort only to minimum exercise in summer and rainy seasons. So Hemanta, Shishir and Vasant is called. These three rutus, one can go for a very good quantum of exercise. Please, next. So, as you know, everybody knows it will make body efficient and can take up big tasks also. It increases the digestive power. That is Agni Deepti, that is called the digestive power increases. It veins off the fat and it shapes the body, gives very good contourness of the body. So this is important. And people suffering from Vata Pitta Vyadhi, that means digestive problems, again the neurological problems, they have to do little exercise, or they can resort to some other type of exercise like walking and other things. And one should not go for exercise when he has just taken food or the food is not digested properly. Next, please. So the other simple methods are Chankramanam. Chankramanam is nothing but walking in open places. Plavanam, that is swimming, and yoga asanas. Here you can go for different yogic activities, yoga asanas, pranayama, and kapalbhati and all that we'll learn in some other, because it's a big topic. And I have kept some of the examples for you, and that you can. And another important and most easily can be done, that is Surya Namaskaras. So Surya Namaskaras are nothing but a batch of various yogic postures, should be done in a rhythm, and that is for 10 times or 11 times one used to do. But in the beginning, you can start with 2-3 namaskaras, and you can slowly increase to 11 times or 22 times per a day. So you for next, please, next please. So this is Surya Namaskaras. These 12 steps are there. So you can take the picture, or you can find this in net, which is available. So this is to be done in a same way. That means one after the other you have to do, and the 12 positions are there. These 12 positions make one namaskaras. So in each position, at least 1 or 2 minutes, and then you pass to the next and next and next, like that. But the actual position should be attained. Slowly you will attain. It is not very easy. The first day you cannot do the position like this. But whatever the positions you can attain, that much you have to do, and slowly you increase your capacity to do perfectly. Next, please. So these are the, not only the Surya Namaskar, these are the simple asanas. These things also can be tried at home. But if you listen, or if you see somebody is doing this well, or you take some coaching on video coaching, and after that if you start, that will be good. So simple asanas there: Sarvangasana, Astapadasana. This is Malasana, just sitting like squatting, and Padmasana is also sitting, Trikonasana and Dhanurasana. These are very good things, and they flex all type of joints and all type of muscles. But there are still the people who are having spine problem. They should not do the asanas like Dhanurasana and Hastapadasana, where the spine is completely bending, forward bending or backward bending. So that is actually we should see that is not disturbed, and in that case this should not be taken, and it should be done if it is done under the supervision of some yoga specialist. Next, please. So this is another important asanam. This is halasanam. This is just like flow. It is the body shape is same, but it is also very good, and even it improves the functioning of your all the glands, like thyroid gland and the pancreas and liver, and even ovaries, and for it is good for even problems of uterus. So this can be also we can try, and we can do that one. Next, please. So after this, after this, you have to go for another ritual that is called as Udvartanam. Udvartanam is also a type of massage, like oil abhyangana. We have seen oil massage. We have seen. So this here you have to massage with the powders. The various bathing powders or various herbal powders are available, and that powders are made as paste, and that rubbed on the surface of the body, in the back or on the abdomen or on the limbs, everywhere. That is but this massage is very specific one. This is upwards massage is to be done. That means from the bottom to upwards, you have to massage with the paste of the powders, and the massage should be done for 10 to 15 minutes, and the rubbing is somewhat gentle rubbing is required, and that will cleanse the hardest things or the sticky things which are actually there on your skin, and all the pores of the skin that are open, and they will start sweating. So that is the important Udvartana. And this Udvartana is also a therapeutic Udvartana is also available, where in people who are obese, who are fatty, for them this that is done with specific remedies. So that also gives rise to reduction in their fat. Next, please. Next, please. So here you can see that the powder is actually made like paste, and that is applied, and upwards movements are actually given. The strokes are from down to up. That is to be done here. So pratilomana, that is called. That means they are opposite to the hairs. The hairs will always see downwards, and we have to go here opposite to the hairs direction. Body hairs, they see downwards only. So we have to go upwards here. So next, please. Here also in the back that is being done. Next, please. So after all these things, one has to go for the bathing. Bathing is a very good activity, and that is to be taken very regularly. Here you can see that warm water is to be used in all seasons, but not very cool or not very hot. It should be warm. And but above the head, as I said, the head is not supposed to be applied with very hot water, or even warmer water is also not required. Only lukewarm water is to be actually poured on head. But the remaining parts from neck onwards, you can go for the warm water bath, or sometimes tub bath, and other baths, other types of baths are also can be taken. And uh, cold lukewarm water should be used for the head bath. In winters, lukewarm water can be used for head bath as well as all the body bath also you can do. And what is actually it does, what why bathing is required? Because you applied all oil and all powders and everything, that should be cleaned up, one thing. And it also increases the agni, that means the digestion, because in skin, the skin is stimulated with the bath, the circulation increases, and the blood pool, whatever the blood is pooled in periphery, that will go to the internal organs, and your general strength is increased, and your digestive strength is also increases. That's why bathing is an important activity. Next, please. So these are good properties that we can get from bath. Longevity increases, sexual drive increases, you will get strength, and whatever the itching and other sensations are there, burning, itching, and likewise sensation, that will go. It releases fatigue. If a person comes from a long journey, it takes a bath, it releases fatigueness, it's dullness, and it will be again becoming very active. So Sweda is also a mala, like urine. Sweda is also a mala, urine is a mala, and feces is mala. So this mala should be actually taken out of body, and that should be actually washed. That's why snana is an important thing for removing this Sweda mala. Okay, next, please. So there are certain people who cannot take bath. So the persons who are suffering from facial paralysis, the face deviates and it goes to some other place. So that this means they should not take head bath. They can take, the extremities can be cleaned, and that they can take. The inflammatory disease of eyes also should not take bath. That means a conjunctivitis or redness of the eyes, or something fallen in the eyes and there is injury. So certain conditions of eyes we should not take. In certain conditions of mouth and ear also, we should not take bath. So here the bath means head bath should not be taken. All the extremities and the trunk we can wash, or we can mop with trappers and other things. So abdominal distension, and a person who is not digested properly whatever food he ate, he should not go for bath immediately. And after food also, one should not take bath immediately. So there should be some gap. And after digestion, proper digestion only, we should go for the bath. The person suffering from penasa is running nose. When he is having running nose or some infection or nasal catarrh, and in that condition also, you should not advise him to take a bath. So immediately after food also, one cannot take the food bath. So please, next. So likewise, the person's rituals and the rhythm starts, and the day started there, and all the healthy activities you are undertaken. But what are the activities that should not be taken in excess? That is also important one. So here I will quickly just enumerate. So Ati Vyayama, that is excessive exercise. Ati Jagrana, that is excessive awakening or avoiding sleep, and excessive walking, excessive indulgence in sex, excessive laughing, and excessive talking. These things also causes weakness to our muscles, weakness to our immunity, and thereby we will be very prone. We will become very prone to get whatever type of disorders that are actually we are exposed to. So immediately you will get a problem. So excessive things should not be done. Next, please.
Okay. Dr. Rao, another 5 minutes. We'll wind up. It's 11:20. It's almost 11 o'clock, 11:15. 5 minutes, we'll wind up. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So you just skip this. You can skip. Please go on like that. I will wherever you like. Yes. Next, please. Yeah. This some 2 minutes. I will wind up this one. This is we have two types of urges. That is that they are called vegas. That means we have to do that one. So otherwise there will be problem. Like urinary urge. If you get a urinary urge, immediately you should not suppress it. You have to obey that and that natural call, and you have to go for that. So like that, there are 13 things which we should not suppress. So the urge for urine, urge for motions, urge for ejaculation, urge for passing of the flatus, urge for that is burping, urge for vomiting. If vomiting comes, we should not stop or suppress that one. That sneezing, urge for sneezing. Next, please. Belching, yawning, thirst, hunger, even tears. You should not try to stop your tears whenever you are getting some sad news or something. So you should not try to stop the tears. So they will cause different problem. Even when you are getting sleep, you should not forcibly stop it and be awakened. That is also not. And deep breath. Sometimes in the middle we get like that deep breath we have been taking. So that is called nishwasa. That is also should not be stopped. Wherever you are, you have to attend them. So you just make a convenient place and go and do the things, and that they should not be suppressed. But next, please. There are certain things that you have to suppress. Next, please. Next, please. These 8 things are to be actually suppressed. They are also our mental urges, nothing but mental urges or psychological urges, like lobha, that is greed. You should not be excessively greed. You should not feel grief, that shoka, feeling very bad or anything beyond the limit. That is also not good. And fear, you should not fear for or scared of anything in beyond the limit. So then krodha, your furiness, your anger, that should be controlled. And mana, feeling of highly respectful, high esteem of oneself, that prideness of oneself, that is also not good. And lajja, that is shamelessness, You don't feel shyness or very shyness or no shyness, then shamelessness, that is also not good. Don't feel envy of anybody, that is in excess, that is also not good. And excessive for fashion, so that is also should be avoided. So next, please. And this is actually actual Dinacharya is over. Now the Ahara Sevana is there, but as time do not permit, I will go through only quickly one or two points of Ahara Sevana is important. That means when you should take food and how much food should be taken, and when it should be avoided, that we have given. So you can go through this, and that can be, we can even discuss, because it's a big topic, and we can discuss in any other later meeting also. So fast, next please, next please, next please. So actually I can say that food should be balanced. It is matra sthitya. That means the quantity we require, that much we should take. So the quantity is decided by many factors. Those many factors, among them is the age is there, the season is there, and the particular person's prakriti is also important. With that, we can decide the matra, that means the quantity and the quality. Then only one can take food. And the food should not be taken repeatedly, and unless and until the food eat earlier, that is digested completely, one should not go for taking the next bout of food. That is the important part. And food, as a general rule, food should be taken only twice. In the morning hours from 9 to 12, and in the evening hours from 6 to 9. Next, please. Next, please. Next. 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 So what intake of water with food, that is also important. So next, please. So this picture, you can see that the 50% of items that we have there, which are solids, that we have to churn and we have to take in, and then remaining 25% should be liquids like buttermilk, soups, or whatever, rasam or whatever liquid type of food you take, that have to be filled with, the stomach should be filled with that, and remaining 25% we should keep it actually open for the movements of all this food. And because the food will be churning there and getting movements and getting compressed and relaxed, so that the air will be filling that part, so that should be maintained, and then only the good result will be there. That means good digestion will be there. Next, please. Next, please. So drinking water. Drinking water, there are three important points. One is you have to should not drink in the beginning large quantity, and you should not drink in the end after the food in a large quantity. But intermittently, some sips you can take along with the food, so that will give you good result. And if you drink excessively after the food, then you will get obesity. And if you drink before the food, you will become lean, and you will become weak also. So that is the principles. And how that acts, I will explain in any other context. So that you have to follow. So water should be drunk, but that not excessive quantity, little bits of water along with the food. You have to continue. Next, please. Next, please. We'll go to the last. Yeah. It is here. So sleep. Lastly, we have to see how much sleep we can take before. Yes. So sleep is a natural, what do you call, a happening, and it is given. We are given, or that to that meaning, every living being used to sleep. That is Vaishnavi Maya we call. That means automatically people get sleep, and we should not avoid the sleep. So how much we should sleep, that is important. So at least 6 to 8 hours sleep in the night is important one. and day sleep is avoided only in summers or in where the heat is more. In the such seasons one can sleep, but the people who practice to awake in the nights, they can have sleep in the daytime, and that too the sleep should be half of the time which they keep awake themselves in the night. So uh, these children, aged, wine drinkers, heavily boozers, such thing, such person exhausted by journey or long distance walk, or who are having these therapies, or who is not well, who is in a hospital bed, they can sleep in the afternoon also. So next, please. So the sexuality and naturally in Ratricharya, the sexual activity also encounters. But here, a simple point is that in all seasons, the sexuality is not equal, not to be done equally in all the seasons. But during the um, uh, winter season and during the spring, one can go for sexuality every day, but that is also should be supported by using of some medicines which give strength, like aphrodisiacs, and after obtaining strength from the medicines or food, then only one can indulge. And in spring and fall, that should be once in the 3 days, and remaining the seasons like summer and rainy season, it is once in a week or once in 2 weeks also. So that will give optimal result, and thereby we can maintain the health properly. So with that, have,
I think that's the last slide. Yes.
yeah, yes.
Thank you, Dr. Dattatreya Rao. Thank you so much for coming to India Home and giving so much of knowledge. Last time also you came in, like definitely whoever is there, I see Sushma ji is saluting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Sorry for the day. I mean, technical difficulties. Next time, onwards, like a day before or 2 days before, if I get the file, it is easy. Let's go for it. Thank you so much.